Okay guys, welcome back. So our interface is ready. Now we need to add the validation. So if I just go to my web.php and then simply I'll create route post. This time that would be post, and I'll say simply task.create. That will basically help us to create a task, and then I'll use a task controller, and this time I'll use the store method, right? And I'll give a name to this route, and the name of the route would be something like task create or task store, right? So I'll copy this task.create, and if I just go to my index and I'll add this inside a action of this form, right? I'm using basically the blade template syntax here. So I'll call the route here and then the name of the route. Make sure you're copying this name of the route here so that it will work. Right, what next? If I just go to web.php, you can see we referred this to task controller inside store method. Okay, if I just go to task controller, and then we will create the store method, and that will accept the request. Okay, and then if I just die and dump request object, and I'll say all, so it will give me all the, if anything there, for example the name of the task, and then many things. There could be all the form details, we can get them there, right? So if I just click on submit, okay, we just received no message error. That's because we need to add CSRF here. Okay, that's exactly, I think not CSRF, but before that we need to open our task controller, task model basically, and then we need to add the fillable here, protected fillable, and then we'll pass an array, and we will add the name of the field. Basically this is task here, so we can just add a task, go back and refresh again, just refresh the page and click okay, task create not found this time. Okay, that's exactly because of this. There it is. Click on submit again. Okay, now this time it says page has expired due to inactivity, please refresh and try again. Exactly, we need to add the CSRF here. Okay, CSRF, and it will work now. Hit the submit, there it is. Okay, task is null, so if we just add a task, there it is. But it is working. If we just adding without adding anything, if you just click on submit button, it works. Okay, basically we want to work on this part. This is exactly the validation. Okay, so we just go to our controller. Simply we need to add validation here, and it's very simple and easy. The validation, so we can say request and then validate, and then we'll pass an array for our rules. For example, this is title, and the title should be required, and you can add many other operations like between 1 to 3, like that, right? That's it. Okay, now if you just refresh the page and hit the submit button, there it is. Now you can see it is trying to redirect back us to the same page. That means it is validating, but we cannot see the errors. So let's just add the errors. Again, go to Sublime and index.blade file, and then right here I'll say if, and then and if, and of course we need to check the errors. If errors any, then, or we can say if error has any, then we want the errors in our for each loop, we loop through them, or we don't need to use the curly brackets, we just add the for each loop here. Okay, so it will just get all the errors in our app if there is. So we can say errors all as error, and then I'll open this, paste the snip here, and then I can simply say error. Okay, go back and refresh the page. Okay, syntax error, I think we need to put all here. Oh yeah, the bracket is missing. Okay, hit the submit button and we cannot see any error. There's probably in our code. Instead of has any, we can just simply add errors any. Sorry for that. Reload the page, hit the submit again. There it is, it works. But basically we don't need this. If I just comment this, okay, we need I need the validation inside the field. Basically it looks something like, if you just open Bootstrap, components, forms, and then validation part, so you can see we just have something like that. Basically I need something like that looks good. So I need to add the class which is called invalid, right? Okay, let's just add this class here. Go back, refresh. There, oh, it's green, it is valid. So if you just add invalid here, there it is, it's now red. And then we'll just copy this div, or basically the invalid feedback. There it is, and then paste it inside our form group. Looks good. Go back, refresh. There it is, and it says provide city. Okay, so basically we need our custom message here that we or might be the Laravel's on message here. Basically we just need the validation message here, and if user clicks on this button, if there is no any value, so in that case just add this class which is invalid. So simply what we should do, we'll use the ternary operators, the blade syntax of Laravel, and then we'll use ternary operators. So we can say if errors, and then we can say if error has title, and then we want to add a class called is invalid. If not, and just let it empty. Okay, just go back and reload the page. Okay, there's error. Okay, let me just remove that bracket. Okay, that looks good. If I just hit the submit, okay, the field works. Now we need to work on this part, and simply I'll copy this. Exactly, we'll use this, but I think we just need something else. So if we just say errors and then has title again, and then we can say errors first or title, that means hey, just go and get the title of the error, right? And if not, just let it empty. Okay, just yeah, we need to add colons here. Save, go back and hit the submit again, and there it is. Now that works fine. Okay, the title is required, and we need exactly the same thing, right? That looks good. So in the next video we might be adding tasks. So if you just click on submit, the task should be go to our database. Okay, let's work on it.